December's about to get wild. What's next for Dokkan Battle? How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan Battle video. In today's video, we are taking a look at the update schedule, a few events in the in-game news, and a couple other places, and trying to piece together this puzzle of what's coming next for Dokkan Battle. As you guys know, we are full synced, which means we are all fast approaching, both global and JP, the 10th anniversary at the end of January. And it looks like the ending months of November and December into January are about to be packed with a lot of things that could set us up for something very interesting in the 10th anniversary. But we're not concerned with that right now. What we're concerned with is what's about to happen in the next week. And I think I have a pretty good idea. There's a lot of information here, I think, that leads us down a certain path. So we're going to go ahead and hop right in and talk about this. So looking here at the update schedule, we can see that during the months of November to January, there's going to be things in development for the 10th anniversary. Now, in the month of November, they specifically note new character details, other things, and new skills added, along with the Super Dragon Ball Heroes campaign, which we are currently in. We've seen new details for the likes of Slug and the Dokkan. It mentions two new character details, so I'm assuming this is actually not Slug, because technically Slug's details came out in October. And so this is probably whoever's going to get revealed here at the end of the month, and the Super Dragon Ball Heroes characters, I'm assuming. But what's noted here is a new skill added. Now, with neither Slug nor the Super Dragon Ball Heroes characters, there was a new skill added. So I think that is currently in the works with something, specifically with the quest mode Awakening. And we'll talk about how that all fits in here in a second. Sometime within December, we should also be expecting a Divine Dragon Carnival. Now, Global is still short one of these with AGL Jiren. I doubt this is going to be AGL Jiren for Global. In fact, I think this is going to be a brand new banner. They're going to slot in Jiren somehow, but this ain't it. So all of this kind of leads us down the path to a specific, I think, answer. And I think Goresh lays it out perfectly, right? Goresh believes that, there's a high chance that Dokkan may be dropping some type of crossover banner at the end of the month leading into December, like they did with Android 21 last year, right? And this is something that I did mention before, right, with Android 21 and her banner. I have been saying over and over that December is probably going to drop a banner very similar to hers, leading the crossover category here. And there's a lot of things that point to that. Goresh specifically thinks that things are pointing towards a Legends crossover with Shallot, and then maybe Legends getting Trunks Bully. I don't think that that's the case, although I could see them fitting in Shallot somehow, and I'll talk about that here in a second. But I do for sure 100%, well, maybe like 85% believe there's a crossover banner coming in December. And none of that is further proof than this right here, right? At the end of the Super Dragon Ball Heroes campaign, there, in the crossover banner section, there mentions that they removed a bunch of characters from the crossover banner, right? This banner actually only includes Heroes characters, right? This banner here only includes Heroes characters up to I think the Limit Breakers are the last ones on there, which means everybody before that is not on. Oh, actually, no, God Trunks, I think, is the last one on there. So everything before that, Heroes-wise, is not on there, which means you can't pull them. So if what they mention is that there is some type of crossover banner coming in the near future, and I think that near future is December, with the crossover characters being added to, not necessarily on the banner, but possibly added to the unfeatured pool with this crossover banner. They might even be featured, who knows? That would be kind of cool if they did do that, but I doubt it. Now, if that wasn't enough proof, I think there's something a little more, I think, that sells it, and that's this right here, right? The units on the Super Dragon Ball Heroes banner, you notice this year we only got one hero lead, and that is the Goku. He is a super class lead. Now, normally that wouldn't be a problem, like we've gotten only one lead before, like the year with God Trunks, or the year with Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. But this year is a little strange because we have Fu, we have Eos. Well, Eos not as bad, and then we have Demigra, all who are extreme, right? And Demigra especially does not want super class characters around, to the point where you don't want to run Goku as a lead for him. And this I kind of think really sells the point that there could possibly be a crossover banner coming with a new crossover lead who is possibly an extreme unit. Now you're wondering, well, who do you think that could be? Well, that's an easy answer. And that has a lot to do with possibilities of EZAs, and that is a Demigra from the Xenoverse, right? It's a possibility we could get a Xenoverse crossover. I mean, you could say Xenoverse is dead, but I mean, at the same time, we got Android 21 with a crossover for Fighter Z, which was essentially, well, I mean, I guess they were celebrating the rollback last year, right? But I mean, it's possible we could get a new Demigra from Xenoverse that could lead the crossover category. This would help out, of course, the Darkeen Demigra, who needs extreme class. I mean, pretty much any extreme crossover units who want other extreme class units around. I think this could be a great option. I also think this is a very likely option due to the fact that, right, Mira and Toa here have yet to receive their EZAs, right? There's some of the last few units that have received their that haven't received their EZAs. So I could absolutely see them doing this and EZAing them, EZAing the Demigra, and then posting a new Demigra crossover character. To me, this makes the most sense out of everything, and then it would also kind of fit the theme of this last piece here, the Frieza Dokkan Awakening, right? Now, they notice a new skill added. I don't think that will come with the new crossover, although it could be kind of cool, right? Another right? But the crossover character, I don't think is going to have this new skill. I think it's going to be introduced with this Frieza here, and a lot of people are talking some kind of tag mechanic, like an exchange between the two, and I think that could be a good idea, like a tag between, especially when you consider like what the story is going through right now. It's very likely this could be like a tag unit between Cooler and Frieza. Like it's like an exchange, but like the exchange is back and forth. Like you don't have to be limited to just the one exchange. I think that that's probably along the lines of what the new skill is. In fact, this could even work with another possibility, right? Instead of a new Demigra, right, it could be a Toa and Mira tag unit. That's another possibility that really fits the and they could lead like join forces and crossover, right? This would be perfect. It would also be a great segue into possibility for Super EZAs and Dokkan Fest EZAs, right? In terms of Super EZAs, right? Like there's one crossover character just lying in wait for a Super EZA. This would be the perfect opportunity to do so. And if they lead joint forces, this could be an opportunity to EZA the tech androids along with these guys, just because joint forces. Now that's probably not connected at all, but it's just something I would like to see. But it's definitely a possibility. I think this is probably one of the more likely outcomes. It's not a guaranteed, but I mean, when else are they going to do this if not during some kind of crossover campaign? And especially given that, like, again, the banner here explicitly states that they are bringing some banner in the near future. So definitely think that this is probably the way it's going to go. Otherwise, December is still going to be pretty packed. Like, even absent all of this, December is still going to be pretty packed, right? We know we're going to have the Tanabata banner dropping sometime in mid-December. We're going to have, where is it? We're going to have Jiren's banner probably somewhere in there too as well. So December is going to be pretty packed. On top of all of that, right, there is a Divine Dragon Carnival scheduled besides Jiren's banner. This could also be that opportunity that Gresh was talking about to introduce Shallot, right? Maybe introduce him as a Carnival LR. It would... TURs make sense, but Shallot's also like the main character of Legends, so I could definitely see him getting the Carnival LR treatment if we were to do a crossover. But that remains to be seen. But there will be a Carnival LR sometime in December. So on top of all of that, right, if we're in December, right, that means the 5th year LR should be getting their crazy passive buff. So that's going to be a fun time. So hopefully the 4th years and the 3rd, well, actually they do. The 4th and the 3rd years get to keep theirs too. So this is going to be a really interesting time for global crossover campaigns. Frieza introducing a possibly new tag mechanic, and the possibility of these guys getting their EZA. Honestly, if this could happen, I think this is the best outcome, because it actually does help out a lot of teams, not just the crossover. So really looking forward to what could be coming next. So guys, that is it for the video. That is just my idea on what I think could be happening in the month of December. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know, what do you think is going to be happening in December? Who do you think the upcoming crossover character might be? Or do you think we're way out of line? Do you think it's just going to be some regular Dokkan Fest? If so, what do you think it's going to be? Let us know in the comments down below. I'm personally in the boat of this just because I don't think they would have said that for no reason. And the extreme crossover characters really need a leader, so that's kind of why I'm in the boat there. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.